Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We are tuning in from Amsterdam today, and we have the privilege today to be with Emma, who's going to demonstrate a flow for us, and Casper, her mom.
Hello.
So we were just talking about it, how important it is to make yourself comfortable. And Emma is going to show the main center source flow, which you practice on yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why do you like to practice it?
It helps me to go to sleep easier and clear everything from the mind.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, because you study a lot, I assume, in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so when you have a very full mind, the main center source is really calming, helps you fall asleep. So Emma will guide us through it today. So yeah, so let's go. We are going to place our right hand on top of the head and the left hand between the eyebrows. And that's the first step. And you see how she's resting her arm, and even maybe you can lie back if you want. Yeah, you want to make your hands, your arms comfortable so that you don't have to hold them up like I'm doing. She's sitting up a little bit to show you all, but you see how she's resting her arm here on the pillow so that you don't have to hold it up for a long time. And this first step, the energy starts to spiral all the way to the center of the head, where the pineal and pituitary glands are located, also the thymus and the hypothalamus. And the pituitary gland, they release hormones that will help you fall asleep. So me too, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I often hold this first step, and it really calms me down and puts me back to sleep. And you had another good point about coffee.
Yeah, in the morning I also do this to wake me up, and sometimes it's even better than the coffee.
Because this first step is a natural diuretic.
Okay.
So yeah, so try it for yourself. Practice this flow and see what happens. Also, this is a great hold for mental clarity. So if you forget things, even labels like Alzheimer's and things like this, because how else is the energy going to get really to the center, the core of the head? It's hard to reach. So by just holding it, the energy spirals all the way to the core. So Emma, how long do you hold usually?
3 to 5 minutes.
Per hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's really giving herself a good main center source scrub. Wow. Okay, that's great. So you can hold it for 3 to 5 minutes like Emma does, or depending on how much time you have, you can see what feels right for you. Let's take one more breath here. And Emma, let's go to the next step then. So the next step is the tip of the nose. And also Casper told me that for kids, it's nice to go maybe a little bit lower like Emma is doing. So you can play with that, either the tip of the nose or going right into the upper lip. And this is the generator for the whole body, gets our whole system going. Also harmonizing our reproductive system. And I usually stay here for about a minute, and then move to the next step. The next step is the V of the neck. And the V of the neck, you can feel around a little bit if there's any tightness or fullness or congestion on the right side or the left side. This harmonizes our thyroid and the parathyroid. If you have projects with that, you will feel congestion. Always look, for the cause if you have a project. What's going on? Get to know the locations in your body and understand them. This is also very important for breathing, any lung projects, asthma, bronchitis, things like that. Clearing the V of the neck is very important. And calcium absorption. So labels like osteoporosis, you can take all the calcium, but if this is blocked here, your body won't absorb it. So important for this to be open. Nice. And let's move to our next step. The middle of the sternum at the third rib. Yeah, that's also a really nice hold, harmonizing our feelings. And it's good if we have feelings, right? It's a good thing. But if they get stuck, then we need to process them, and this will help when we place our hand right here at the third rib. So this also harmonizes the lungs and the heart, because those are located right here. And when we have anxiety sometimes or fear, you feel your heart pounding, then holding this area will help. Also, great for appetite balance. So too hungry, not hungry enough. If you know you have to eat, but you're just not feeling hungry, then this will harmonize.
I remember the ones you are in Amsterdam, you also introduced this one. You said the appetite.
Yes, for appetite
yeah.
balance, right. Yeah, very calming, this hold. And then let's move to the next step. That's the base of the sternum here, harmonizing our adrenal glands. Oh, I forgot, very important, but at the third rib is where the thymus gland is. And the thymus gland harmonizes and boosts our immune system. So very important. Yes, and here the adrenal gland and all the organs that live here. Take out your anatomy books and see which organs are there. And we're right at the solar plexus where the light comes in, or solar energy. So for those of you who have studied chakras, these overlap with the chakras, is where the chakra centers are. And when we study all these ancient traditions, we see how they're similar. All these modalities stem from the ancient traditions. Very nice. So you may feel your breath is beginning to settle down, calm, feeling a nice pulsation. Do you feel the pulse in some of the places?
No.
So it doesn't, if you don't feel the pulse, it will still help. So there is a pulse, Emma, in the different spots that you're holding. And when you start to feel that, that's the energy spiraling all the way to the center of the body. So you can just see if you can feel, when you're holding locations, if you can feel the pulse.
Actually, the pulse feeling is more like a heart beating, gently heart beating.
It feels like a gentle heartbeat.
You feel from the fingertips.
Let it come to your fingertips. And then the next step, moving our hand a little bit above the navel here, where our umbilicus energy comes in. Very important for processing our food and the oxygen that we take in, that we receive, connecting us to Mother Earth. Very nice. This is calming and warming, this hold. And then the next step, moving to the pubic bone. So you're right at the top of the pube here. Very good. Allowing for the energy to descend all the way to the toes. And then let's take our hand to the last step. Taking your right hand off and placing it on the tailbone, and I will show it to you. So when you're lying down, you can lie down on your side, or like, how would you make yourself comfortable? Yeah, so you can look at Casper's lying like this. She's sitting up. So you be the artist, make yourself comfortable so that the energy can flow freely. So this last step really harmonizes cold hands and cold feet for total body circulation, harmonizing the reproductive system. And yeah, do you have a favorite hold now that we did it 3 times? No. You like them all? Okay, so yeah, for all of you, see which hold feels really good to you, and you can stay there a little bit longer. And you have a favorite hold?
Actually, the first one is my favorite, and sometimes also with this nose, because it's really let me feel something in the large intestine part.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel, wow, when I do this, is here is more released. Sometimes I get tension on my belly, abnormal. So when I do this, I feel, wow, this part is released.
Yeah, good.
This
Okay,
one.
yeah,
I like this.
wonderful. Yeah, so for all of you at home, find out and explore on your bodies what feels good and understanding why. That is wonderful. So, Casper, you have a practice in Latvia,
Yes.
and people can find you. If you are in Latvia and you want to contact Casper for a session, I'm going to give her email address, Casper, Casper, Zoo, Zhu,
Riga.
Riga, Riga, @gmail.com. So I thank you all so much for joining, and we thank the wonderful Emma for presenting us the main center source, and Casper for bringing Emma here to us.
Thank you, Alexis, for inviting us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.